boys and girls, welcome to the Giggle Room. I figured we'd switch it up today and do something different. We're still going to do some Play-Doh because we have the Minions Despicable Me Stamp and Roll, which looks like a lot of fun. But also, we've gotten a few of these little Minion figures to help us out when we're doing the Play-Doh. So let's first put these Minions together. They're very easy. You boys and girls can do this all on your own. So they come in all separate parts and you just stick them together. They do have instructions in case you need them, but it's generally pretty easy. I'm sure you guys can figure it out yourself. So all we do is we put the arms into the holes, and it's not hard. It's very easy, just like Lego. And then we find the other guy's arm. And the great thing about these ones is that you can interchange them, so you don't necessarily have to keep the parts on the guy that it came with. You can put any part on you want. And I think he's going to put his banana in his head because that's usually what he does. So see, we've got the first Minion done and it didn't take long at all. You can adjust his feet so that he can stand. See, he's very cute. So the other guy that we got is the purple guy, and he is my absolute favorite, and he's very easy to put together. You just pop his hair in, just like this. And now he's got a nice fuzzy purple head of hair. And then we're gonna take his body, which is the little black pants, and you just slide him on just like that. And again, same thing with the guy, the little orange guy. You gotta put his arms in, and his arms are a lot longer. You have to make sure you have the right hand because you don't want him to be all messed up. So let's put his arm in this way. His are a little trickier because they're longer, but you won't have too much problem. And we'll put in his other arm like this. So now his arms and his legs and his hair is ready. So all he's missing is his eyes and his drink. So actually what we're gonna do is take his hair out first because it'll be a lot easier to put his eye on if you take his hair off. So let's put him just like this. And as you can see, he's very, very funny looking. And we're gonna snap his hair back in, and voila. Now we have two of the cutest Minions I've ever seen. So let's give him his drink because he can't go anywhere without that, just like the movies. And they also come on Legos so that you can put them up and see them better, and that way they don't fall down so much. And there we have it, boys and girls. There's our funny little Minion guys. So I wanted to show you boys and girls and parents the boxes that they came in so that you guys can get some for your own selves. So the Mega Bloks Despicable Me collection, and they're blind bags, so you don't know what you're getting until you actually get them home, which I think is a lot of fun. So we got these at Toys R Us, and they are a lot of fun. They're great to put together and also to keep you company while you're doing your Play-Doh Stamp and Roll Minion set. So if you want them, Toys R Us, and that's what the boxes look like, and then you can get some for yourself at home. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this little guy over here, and this little guy here, and we're gonna open our Play-Doh Stamp and Roll. So I've already cut the box, and you'll need Mom and Dad's help for that, but it's very easy. There's not a lot to this one, but it's still a lot of fun. So as you can see, we've got two Play-Doh containers, and they have the Minions faces on them already. So there we go. And these are the stampers that they ride on. So that's the fun about this one, is that it's actually a toy and the Play-Doh all in one. Because you can put these on and they sit on top. You can see that there's a hexagon shape in the bottom, and that helps them stay on so that they don't fall off. And you just pick the guys up, and there you go. We've now have roller stampers. So it's actually a lot of fun. This guy's wheel is triangle and this one is circle. So this one's going to be more of a push down stamp, and this one's going to be more of a roll stamp. So I think what we should start with first is the roll stamp. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open up the tops and take his head off. And inside there's really bright, colorful orange Play-Doh. So we're going to try to get that out. Oops. stuck to the bottom. I find with the ones with the hexagon, it is a little harder to get them out of the containers because it has the shape in the bottom, so the Play-Doh tends to get stuck. But if you just work at it, you can get it out. So we're gonna put the top back on this guy and put him back in his seat. So we'll put him back there and we're gonna mush the Play-Doh up because we always make it nice and soft so that it's easier to shape. And then we're gonna flatten it out with our hands as much as we can, almost like pizza dough, because it makes it a little easier. And then we'll flatten it down. Oh, little Minion's trying to help. And then what we do is we just push hard and slow, and it should make the shapes, and it did. So I will try to pick this up for you so that you can see the shapes that came out. So what we made was his ray gun and a mustache. So let's take the mustache out. And the fun thing about these are you can put them on your Play-Doh containers. That's the whole purpose of it. So now we're gonna give this guy a funny mustache, just like that. He looks great. And then what else we're gonna do is we'll take our knife that we always keep to the side, and we're gonna cut this out so that we can have his ray gun for him. Because that's the fun of it, is to have the ray gun. All right, so that should be enough to pop it out. And you just pull these pieces and voila, we have his gun. So now that's what these things on the side are for. And you just stick it in and squish it, and now he has his gun. There's also different molds. There's a cupcake mold and a banana and a bunch of stuff like that, which is good for Minions because Minions love bananas. So let's make a banana because he's gonna need something to eat. And we'll make a cupcake as well. So you just look where the cupcake mold is and you push it down like that, and oh, we'll pop a cupcake. And it's easier not to roll it, I find. You can roll it if you're on a smooth surface, but on paper it's a little harder, so you kind of just want to stamp. And there we have a cupcake. So we'll put the cupcake in his hand with his gun, because you know, you get hungry fighting crime. You just squish it in there like that, squish his gun in, and he's doing great. Nope, his gun fell out. So now we're gonna take the blue guy and we'll make some of his shapes as well. So you do the same thing, you just take the top off. You might need Mom and Dad's help to try to get the container open. And this one's hard, so I try to wiggle first and then get it out. So what we're gonna do now is put the top back on, and we're gonna put him back on there. And he's got a megaphone, and he also has a hat, and this looks like a piece of food, and that's it. So let's make a few for him because he needs stuff too. So if you want, you don't have to put the dough on the table either. You can do it right in your hand. So we'll switch it up like this, and I want to do this one. So then what we can do is just push down on the palm of your hand and then peel it off, and see, it works just as good and it doesn't stick to the table. And then you just peel it from the middle piece of the dough because you push nice and hard so you break the seal. And there we have it. There's his badge. So we'll make one more thing and then we'll set these guys up so that they can have their rolling minion party. You can also push with your hand and then you peel it off, and there we have a perfect flower pot. It looked like a hat at first, but I don't think it is. I think it's a flower pot. There we go. Perfect. So now he has a few things along with the orange guy. And we're gonna prop him up next to his friend so that he can play. And they can share the badge in the middle. Oops, it fell down. And then we can put his vase on his head and this guy's megaphone on his mouth. So that was a lot of fun, boys and girls. I enjoyed doing the Minions with you. We got to do our 2 figures, and then of course these guys were from our other video, and we did these guys today, which are the Stampers. I found it a lot of fun, and I think if you guys use your imaginations, you guys could have a lot of fun with this one. Thanks for joining us at the Giggle Room.